This video is just a quick little presentation on the progress that has been made so far. Now, currently we're on video like 21 or 23, kind of in that area. And currently, progress has been made up to 108. So I'm going to do a quick little update and show you what's in store. So as it stands right now, we spent roughly up to video, I think 75 working on our lobby system. So the way we do this is we have our web API, which is currently running right now. And we have our database with a bunch of procedures that end up being called. So currently there are no entries. I'm going to go to cooperative, go ahead and host a server, go back in the database and refresh. Here we have our entry. And currently I have just a basic setup to dictate whether or not the entry is a local address or not. So we have our map name, server name, current players, and max players. All these can be set. So new server name. Let's go to we have a max of 9 players and set it to map 2. Press OK. Go back to the database, refresh. New server name, map 2, current players 1, max players 9. We have our other client here. I can actually remove this button. Now keep it, figure out what it does. Find game, refresh. It pulls the list of servers from the database. So we have server name, map name, players. Ping is not set up right now. We want to join it, we just click. And it takes us to the game. And we have the updated map that we're on. And in the database, current players is now 2. And we can also send messages to and from the host. So hello host. And here we received it. And hello client. And here the client has received it. Then whenever we're ready to play, just start game as the host. And here's our client 2 behind him. Like so. And if we look at the database again, refresh, the server entry is gone because the session has been started. So let me just close these down real quick. Guess I'll relaunch another one. Actually, I don't need to, never mind. I'll go back to the editor. Now, next up on progress is we have very basic zombie AI, and all they do right now, they're just set up for testing, is they simply follow you. So for example, just use one. We have the zombie, he just follows us and tracks us around, as well as we have limited spawns per round at the moment, so I only have 5 set up. So that's the max. And we also have a zone system. So if I were to open this door, I just spent 500 points. The zone on here will start spawning the zombies. So I'll show you what I mean. Here we have our zombie spawn point, and we have a little pointer for doors that it's linked to. So what I mean by that is this is the default spawn point. So these are the zombies that are always going to be spawning at the start of the session. So for those, we'd have no linked barricade. There's no point. They're just automatically going to spawn. Over here, we have another zombie spawn point, just rotated a bit, that is linked to BP underscore barricade, which is this door class right here. Now, this door class has basic things like cost and which zone it's going to be setting up access to. And we also have just a simple UI message, which is the one that you saw. So whenever I open this door, it will activate all the zones that are linked to that barricade. So what I mean by that is hopefully I'll be able to show it with the 2 zones being separated kind of far apart. I hit play and I open this door. We have the one spawn there. We have the one spawning at that point and that point again, and that point again. And they just randomly spawn just kind of out of the blue at whatever point they want. Like so. So our spawning is set up. We do have a very basic points earning system. So when I shoot them, I can hit them. Just go up 100. That's just used for spending. that's how our zombie spawn system works. So if I wait, they will start spawning on the other side mid-round as well, like so. So it just continues and keeps the flow of the map going. I feel like I'm forgetting something else because the majority of this was literally taken up by the. Let me actually check. And I changed my stupid mouse settings. Oh, and the door system is replicated down to clients, by the way. Yes, we do have player spawn points. So these are just literally player spawn points. So these will be where the spawn defaultly, and in the future we will expand on them a little bit to just make spawn points that are set up to use when we're dead. So when we're dead and a new round starts, like your teammates survive and you respawn, then you will be spawning at whatever, just a random selection from that specific spawn point. The other thing, we have just now started, well, getting started on our weapons. So because now that we have kind of the base system in place, we want to be able to check where we hit and all that kind of stuff, earn points properly. So that way we can also continue on our UI. We have just basic implementation of the 1911. Let me look at it. Ignore the STG, that's just temporary. Probably gonna end up removing it. But we have, that's sensitive. We have this model here. Found this online. I am not going to be modeling the weapons myself. I might give a shot at doing the ray gun. But as you can see, unless I go through and actually modify the magazines, they're going to look a little finicky. But I'll have to just model up some casings and stuff like that so they get spent, as well as the ejection port on this is kind of on the wrong side a bit. But anyways, we have a 1911. We have some basic animations, just simple fire animation. Alongside, we have our actual fire animation with the arms. The arms need to be textured. We have an idle. We have an idle while aiming down sights. And we have a transition from idle to aim down sights. And soon after video 108, we will start really kind of setting that up. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's just about everything. The videos are kept fairly short. Most of them are under 15 minutes. So even though 108 videos sounds like a lot, which it still kind of is, it's not going to be super long as the videos aren't drawn out like the previous tutorial series where they were, half hour plus long. So I've been breaking these up pretty much the best I could. And yeah, we also went over the navigation mesh and setting that up to be dynamic with so that way when we open our door and stuff like that, it's no longer blocked. I think that's about it. Yeah, because up next is just the gunplay. So anyways, that is what is upcoming from what you see now up to video 108. So I will see you in the next tutorial video.